What's up, guys? It's the Yungavelle here, back at it with another video. Hope you guys are doing great. So I wanted to do this video. I had this idea of, I believe that there's a wave going on of people that are finding out about Nofap and semen retention, and for some people it can be a daunting task. A lot of guys, we've all been there, where we're like, man, I don't even think I could go X amount of days. They don't know what that's like. They don't know what that's like. We've been there, I've been there. And so I wanted to talk about coming from that perspective as a beginner. Coming from the perspective as a beginner, and a kind of milestone that you could put in front of you to strive towards. And I'll stay away from the language of a streak, because I don't like that. I don't like that word. It's not that I don't like it, but I feel like it just sets you up to, when you get to a certain number, then you feel like, all right, I'm good. And that's a slippery slope. So we'll call it a goal, right? A goal. And I will say this: try to get to 7 days initially. 7 days. Because after 7 days, after about a week, you'll start to feel that how can I say, it's like an energy that awakens within you, and a force, your force, like your life force, not like, your life force starts to begin to cycle back up into you, and you feel it. You feel alive, you feel good, but you have to make it, in my opinion, 7 days or more. That's when you start to feel it. There's some studies that say after 7 days, your testosterone shoots up a wild amount, and then at some point it levels off. But you definitely feel that boost, because we're talking about testosterone. And I've done a video about how testosterone is related to being the hormone for success. And I did some research on that, watched some other videos, and they put me onto that kind of stuff. So you feel it. You feel the drive. And so once you get to 7 days, you have a little bit of momentum behind you, right? You have a little bit of momentum behind you. I also did a video about that, about the power of momentum on Nofap. You start to see, wow, okay. For me personally, people start to respond to me differently. And just me engaging in Nofap alone, I can tell that people see that, they come to me. It's like that magnetism thing. That magnetism is a real thing, and you will start to experience it. I promise you, you will start to experience it. So for me, around 7 days, and then once 7 days hits, I will say, shoot for 30 days. Shoot for 30 days of Nofap. Okay, Nofap. Let's focus on Nofap, all right, before we tackle retention. Nofap is no edging, no porn. Right? If you end up clicking with somebody and you want to have some sexual experiences, whatever, that's natural, right? We're getting back into a natural frame of mind when we're doing Nofap, okay? So just keep in mind, the amount of times that you release will be directly analogous to how your brain is able to rewire itself. If you're having sex consistently, constantly, it's going to be tough for your dopamine levels to rewire back into baseline happiness levels where the little things are happy, because we're talking about dopamine. Orgasm is a large, loud event for the brain, reference dopamine release. So the more you do that, the more your dopamine kind of threshold lowers. So that's why you get tired of partners and all that if you burn the fuse so quickly. So 7 days retention. 7 days retention, and then a goal of 30 days Nofap from that 7 days is what I would suggest for beginners, because that's doable. That's not something crazy. It's not the formidable 90. 90 is definitely, if you're about it, climb that summit. It's definitely a summit though. So but it's worth it. It's worth it. You really feel the changes then, and it's a nice thing to be like man, I was able to really develop myself and take the harder path, take the harder route, and show myself that I could do it for an extended period of time, that I can be disciplined for an extended period of time. You know, but if you're not there yet, you could start at 30, because 30 is enough of a challenge for you to be like, okay, it's a challenge, but it's doable. It's not as formidable as 90, but it is definitely enough to stretch you, especially if you're a beginner and you're not used to even going 3 days without edging or porn or whatever. So I highly recommend you guys to try this. You know, not try it, but incorporate this as part of your lifestyle, because it changes the game. And I'm telling you, it changes everything. It changes everything, because we're talking about you. We're talking about something that's always in your power in reference to developing yourself, because that energy is going to come back. That energy that you're constantly giving out, that life force, is going to cycle back into you, and you're going to start to use it in other ways. You're going to start to figure out things that, you know, you're going to start to plan out directions for your life, and you'll be more active. You'll want to be more active. You'll be more sound. And not to mention the energy that you feel. I'm talking about yourself. When you overcome a goal, or like when you're attacking your vice, right? When you're leaning into your vices, that feeling of being like, you know, I know that I'm taking care of everything that I gotta take care of, so it kind of puts you like in a place where I know that I'm taking care of everything that I need to take care of. It makes you have that feeling, because you're not like, you know, that shame that comes about after you fap away, then you go out in public. You almost feel like people can feel it off of you. And when you don't do that, and then you go out in public, or you're just engaging in life, you're like, yeah, I'm on top of my stuff. I'm on top of my stuff. It's that confidence of, I'm taking care of myself. I'm choosing the path to be my best self, to be better than I was. And that alone is going to lift up your mood. It's going to lift up your confidence. It's going to lift up your perception of yourself. You know, because your most important relationship outside of the Most High, or the greater power that you're connected to, whatever you want to believe in, is the relationship with you, that you have with yourself. And if you set a goal and you hit it, it's going to do wonders for your confidence. That's just an added bonus, because you have all the other stuff as well. You have all the other stuff of the actual fruits of your labor that you're putting out into the world. Because when you retain that life force, you're putting it out into other aspects. So you're basically giving birth to other aspects of other things. It's like non-physical creations. I forgot, I think it was Gabe Dog or somebody that mentioned that, like, you're making non-physical creations instead of a physical baby, instead of a physical creation, when you retain and transmute that energy. And that is very true. That is very true, because seeds in time, they will begin to fruit, they will begin to flower, they will begin to sprout, but you have to stay consistent. And that's why I said, stay away from that streak mindset. It's more of a lifestyle. So when you do this as a lifestyle, you will start to see that, man, you can have the life that you want. You can do, be, or have anything that you want. The effort is persistence, consistency, lifestyle. The things in your life have to mirror patterns of success. And overcoming your vices is one of those things. So 7 days retention, 30 days Nofap. Okay, that's my recommendation to you guys. I hope you guys have a great rest of the moon. It is a couple days past the new moon. It was the Lion's Gate as well. The Lion's Gate is an alignment that the sun has with Sirius, the star Sirius. It's always been a powerful day. And so that was actually on the new moon as well. So this is just a powerful moon cycle, and we're on the build up to the full moon. So this is a perfect time to buckle down and figure out how you want to use this creative energy, retention, Nofap, etc. So I hope you guys got some from this video. If you did, be sure to share, like it, comment. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to know what your guys' experiences are. I got new music coming on the way. I got merch. In the meantime, click Sacred G so you could add those, run those numbers up. Man, keep going, guys. Keep going. You guys can do it. We can do it. We can be our best selves. We can have that life. We can have this life. I'm living it. I'm living it. And it requires you to be more. You know, be more than you think you can be, because you can be that. Your potential is limitless. So like I always say, guys, until next time, remember, a greater perspective can lead to a greater connection. Peace.